welcome back to BIBSTER'S Repair Shop. You wait a minute. Something doesn't match. Yep, we're working on that 88, Super 88 tonight. It is still absolutely dumb cold out, but I think I figured out how I'm gonna fix this problem. Where's the bottle of that? Where'd it go? Under here? There it is. All right, so look, it's called. Oh, it's called freeze. Oh, I thought it was called freeze off. This joke won't work now. This is what we feel like right now. No, it's Frio. Why did I think this was freeze? Called free. Well, I'm pretty sure I've said it wrong in many videos. Well, I sound like an idiot. We're like 30 seconds into this and we're doing something stupid. So I'm trying to get off this. Wow, I can't aim. This shifter, so I can take this off because you can take the shifter off to do that, and odds are it's probably going to break, so I should just order a new shifter, but, well, I'm lazy and also cheap. I'm cheap about this stuff. I'll buy like a whole nother tractor because I feel like it, but this stuff's why I'm cheap. So I'll get you set up and we'll see what we can do. All right, I got you set up now. Just my heater quick. There we go. All right. So, what I'm trying to do, knock those exhaust clamps over. Put that away. I'm going to take a old rag or a shop towel. It only has a mild level of schmoo on it, as they would say. Alright, let's see what I can do here. That didn't work. I'm telling myself that I'm gonna destroy this doing this, but we will see. I sprayed this down actually last night when I came out here, so it had all day to kind of sit and why did I think that said freeze? I can't believe that. I thought it was freeze off was the name for some stupid reason. There we go. And I had this whole joke because I thought it was freeze off, and so I was gonna spray it outside and be like, look, now the weather has to go away. But obviously, that joke did not work out. And so now, I'm just a man using a dirty rag and a tool probably worth more than half the tractor because it says Snap-on on it. Take off a shifter. He's probably gonna break. Has it actually been coming out? Yeah, I think it has been. So now I'm thinking, if I end up getting that 88 this weekend, I think when we go pulling, I think I might have my dad run that one. Is it turning? Let me look in here. There we go. Yeah, it's turning. So yeah, it has been just absolutely terribly cold around here. It's starting to finally warm up today. It almost felt nice out a couple times when I walked out at work, but still just not fun. Not as pleasant as taking off this is. This is just dandy. Come on. There we go. Definitely gonna go on there. So nice. So nice. I do have my tap and die set back, so I might clean those threads up a little bit. There we go. Now it's coming off. Finally. That was fun. Oh yeah. So got that off. Choose a new Churel. Let me pop that socket off and get this thing out. You gotta bring it back. All right, got you back here. Take this up. Of course, I use an actual full-size wrench. So I'm in the lower neutral. It's important to remember that. So make sure you put that back in there right. I feel like, oh yeah, I gotta do something else here. There's those two springs that are gonna wanna come out. There's two springs that fit here and here. You don't want those to fall straight in. So I think I'm gonna do is get risky here. Just see if I can. There we go. We got it up. It's fine. Yeah, you have these two springs, and these are what help push that out. So this whole assembly can actually, ooh, it's all greasy. Ugh. And this metal is 5 degrees. So I'm gonna pull this whole thing out. Ugh. Just throw this one spring just right onto the ground. That's a good idea. We'll set that there. Perfectly clean. So yeah, that's the old one. A little too wide. I'll put a little bit of grease up in there so that way the new one moves. I'll bring it right back. All right, we're back. Sort of get on the work table. Knocking over last night's project. Again, just like normal. We probably won't have a video now for probably till the weekend. It's like when it's 20 degrees, the grease doesn't want to pump. How weird. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and pump some grease. Prime this thing up. Into that a little bit just to kind of hold everything together and help it not bind up at all. So have you guys seen that new ad for the, I think it's like the Chevy Trail Boss. It's their like new off-roady pickup. You know, obviously, you guys know I drive a Ford, you know. I honestly think whatever our dads drove is what we had, or what we drive now. But I gotta say, Chevy, you're coming to a gunfight with a knife. You got the Ford with the Raptor they've had out for how many years now? You got Dodge with their new T-Rex. That's, you know, all sorts of crazy stats in the off-road department. And then you got Chevy. We got Trail Boss. What's Trail Boss give you? Some Goodyear tires that everyone's going to pull off when every guy that buys a new pick-em-up truck's got to put dumb offset wheels on it. And you got Ranchero shocks. And that's it. What is this, 1995? This isn't you can't just have a ZR1 package anymore. I've been seeing ads for that on YouTube. And apparently the grease gun is not operating, but I've been seeing ads for it on YouTube, and I always just laugh at it. Like, really, Chevy? That's what you're coming to? Don't you folks worry. When you watch Little Old BIBSTER'S Repair Shop, we're so far away from having ads on this channel. We'll be able to get to the next election cycle without having to see 50,000 Joni Ernst ads. Where's my Iowa people at? You guys all saw those. It was once it was a Joni Ernst ad, once it was a Teresa Greenfield ad. All right, so if your grease gun is being a turd, you just simply pull the grease gun back apart and just put together. Sidetrack, kids. Sidetracked here. Look. Take some of the grease that's 20 degrees and just smear it in there with your trusty clean finger. And that'll help everything be just all sorts of happy in there. Yeah, this is a huge mess. Just making all sorts of a mess. This is well, it's been since I think I worked on the 60 when I just told y'all I'm an idiot. So that's at least something in there. It'll get a little more stuff thrown up in there. I gotta get a rag. Where's my? This one's only slightly dirty. All right, so we'll get. Now that that's slightly greased up, we'll grab our shifter here. Bring it back where you can kind of see. Here. Fits down in there. We'll get your little springs shoved in there. Right, the one AWOL on me again. Try not to get any dirt in there. Shove the two springs in there. I'm gonna put just a little bit of RTV on that just to keep it from getting dirt in there. I'll bring you right back. All right, we got you back here. Now this was an actual gonna be something where there's gonna be a lot of like grease right up against here. I would clean off this paint so that way whatever you were using as a gasket could have a good clean surface to grip to. But in reality, oil's gotta like get flown up here, which I mean there could be a little bit that would coat it, but it's not gonna really leak out of here. So just a little bit of RTV on the other side will just keep this from getting any dust and stuff getting down in there, contaminating the old oil. Now here's where, again, if you're doing this on your own tractor, I would recommend not having the springs just hanging out in there, hoping that they don't fall down. Because that's not fun. You fall down in there. You gotta use a magnet. Gotta get down in there up close. And I'm gonna lightly put, now that I can put both bolts in, just so everything's kind of held in place a little bit. Don't snug those up yet, just kind of lightly get them where they're at least down. Feels like it's right. So I'll just lightly tighten this up using the best idea wrench here, not the ratchet. Full long content here. Hey, YouTube channel shout out, IP Farms. You usually see him down in the comments. Usually he'll comment down there. Been checking out his channel lately. It's kind of like me, kind of just getting started on things. Putting out almost daily content about a farm in North Carolina, I believe. They just got hit by that thunderstorm storm. I'll put a link in the description to his channel. Check him out. Okay. I believe. Okay. Hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Lower neutral. Oops. Nope. Give me a second here, folks. If you don't get the shifter right in the same spot, it will get angry with you like it is current with me. Give me a second. I'll bring you back when I have this. All right. Well, I did exactly the same thing I did when I put this on with the wrong shift tower on it, or shift tower base. I didn't aim it in there right, and I put it on the high neutral instead of the low neutral. So, but now you can see we got, I kind of rocket to get in first there. There we are. Down there. Then you got the high, upper neutral. Rocket a little bit to get in some of these gears. There we go. So yeah, we should be good. Once I can actually fire the tractor up, we'll show you that all the gear. But then I'll go back and find the wham. Get back in lower neutral. So I'll get this shifter. I'm actually gonna do on the shifter because I'm not an idiot. Even though earlier in the video I said I was an idiot. I'll glob just a little bit bit of anti-sneeze. Just a touch. Which, of course, the NSCs, like everything else right now, is not wanting to really do anything because it's so dang cold. But now that I've opened that up, I've officially turned into the Tin Man. So put that, thread that back on there. And we will, there we go, that's a lot better now. Get that all tightened up and we'll have that finally, the shift tower finally done. The other thing I think I'm gonna do quick tonight is I'm gonna pull off the middle brake pedal. This was designed, so by the time these came around, that's classy, good, look like good brakes there. By the time these tractors came around, there was most tractors had, there's some kind of way to lock it if you were using road gear and you want to be able to hit both your brakes. Well, on an Oliver, on the Farmall, both brakes were on your right side with your clutch on the left. So you could technically reach down and put in both clutch and a brake at the same time using both your feet. Well, you could technically put in both your brakes. That you're in road gear or something, where you don't want to just grab one, because if you're doing high speed and you go to grab just one brake, it can be bad. So what Oliver did is, because they had already, remember on the 70 I showed you their system of levers for how that system works, where there's only one brake. They had one brake lever, and then there was 2 foot pedals that were in the back. Here, I could probably show you it, but another time. I already have in a video, 170 videos. Anyway, so with this, they decided, well, we want to eliminate all that extra mechanism because, let's bring it around here. See, if you see on the 70, there's a lot of intricate things that are going on there on the side there. And some of that's for the clutch and some of that's for the brake. Well, they wanted to get rid of that, so they put a brake on each side. You can run with each foot, your right or left foot, corresponding to which brake it's going to. And then they would just put this middle thing in here. And if you wanted to hit both brakes, you could just go like that. And in theory, you would apply both brakes. Well, as you can see, when you jam on this one, that kind of comes up a little bit. And sometimes they could get worn in these bushings here. So, when you hit one brake, it would grab and try and pull the other one on. So most Olivers, a lot of field-used Olivers, these are ripped off. The fact that this doesn't match any other paint on this thing means that this one was probably put on at some point later down the road. Well, I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to pull that off tonight. Save it, because again, being a tractor puller, we're not going to technically need that. So I'll pull that off. Actually, you know what? I'll leave it on because that's something you can easily pull off later on, and I'll probably end up leaving it. So, yeah, we'll do that. So as I changed my mind, I was like, I could do that tonight, but probably won't. So yeah, I'll link IP Farms down in the description. It might not be right when I put the video up because I have to do that a different way, but I'll do it eventually. But you see here, it's got this cotter key that hold it on here, and then there's a slip fitting in there, so as you hit this brake, it pulls that in and out. So this will come off eventually for pulling. I was knocking everything off. So yeah, that's how they work. Because eventually I got to go through the brakes a little bit on this to make sure they're all good to go. Because one of the things with pulling is you want brakes that you can tap when one wheel starts to spin. Slow that wheel down, and your differential will send power. You'll slow this wheel down from the wheel that's spinning down, and you'll start to pull a little bit better. So your differential will send power to the other wheel. So probably why I want to make sure my brakes are all good on all my stuff. So yeah, so that's that thing's finally fixed. I'm happy about that. That shift boot, it's not the tightest fit, but it's sealed up. And again, this thing's not going to sit out in the rain anymore. If it does, if I was at a show where I thought it'd be sitting in the rain, I'd just throw a towel on, or a bag over that, so it wouldn't get too much chance of getting water down there. So yeah, thanks again for everyone that's been subscribing lately. We've been trying to put more content out, just trying to build everything up. Check the link. I'll put some other stuff down in the description. Check out some other videos. Don't forget this playlist for everything, all the different things, and let me know in the description what you want to see next week on what's the deal with the new informational series, we'll call it, kind of learning old tractor technology or anything like that. If you got an idea for that, let me know. Put it down in the description. We'll do that. So, all right, we'll see you on the next one. Bye.